In this video, we're going to learn how to change the cabin air filter on a Kia Soul. Okay, what you'll need for this project is a Phillips head screwdriver. I believe that's a number 6, but I would suggest trying a few screwdrivers, making sure that you've got the right size for the screws. If you strip those out, you're not going to be happy. So good screwdriver. You'll also need a cabin air filter. My particular one this week, this is the only brand they had, was STP, and CAF 1876P. And I like to use a magnetic parts dish that holds metal parts inside of it. Alright, let's get to it. First thing you want to do is empty out your glove box, because your cabin air filter is directly behind this, and we're going to actually have to remove the entire glove box assembly. So make sure you got everything out of it nice and open like that, so you can work freely in there. So once you got it emptied out, there's, I believe, 5 screws. They are Phillips head. I believe this is a number 6, but you probably just want to take a few screwdrivers with you. Make sure you got the correct ones, because you don't want to strip these out, because it will be very difficult to get those back out of there. So the location of the 5 screws are, there's one up top here on the left, one on the right, there's one dead center in the back, there's one here, and one there. So top, left and right, center, front, left and right. Just make sure there's no more that I'm aware of. So one of the things I like to use when I'm dealing with small screws and stuff like that is a magnetic parts bowl. These are about $5 at like auto parts store or Harbor Freight or something like that. And it just magnetized, and the screws will stick in there and they won't fall all over the place, get lost in the rug. Plus, even if you're working outside on a metal surface, it'll stick to a metal surface. Alright, let's get going and start removing these screws. So there are 2 additional screws. You can see down here. If you can't see, right at the bottom of the hinge, there are 2 more Phillips head screws. They go right here and right over here, so to the far right and dead center, and it's like right underneath the hinge. And one more little devil hiding right over here, far left. So a total of 8 screws. So to remove the box, you're going to have to jiggle around a little bit, and there's wires attached. If you've got a particular model, I think I don't know if the base model does the 1.8 liter Soul. This is a 1.8, or it's actually a 2 liter plus. And I think the plus and the Exclaim have a light in the back of the glove box. I'm going to move my screws out of the way, put my screwdriver in a safe place, and we're going to want to pull this out. So there's 3 or 4 clips at the top. They're little plastic clips that go into a socket like that and hold the box to the dashboard. So we just want to pull those out with a very little bit of force. And on this side, the hinge stop is connected here. So this little rod is the hinge stop. You push down with your thumb, and that little catch comes out of that hole. So here is the light, and you just press on this little bar in the back and pull it out. So now we've got an open dash box port. We need to look for the filter housing, which is right here. The filter goes in diagonally like this. So you want to pull this clip, let the door come down, You can let it hang there. It's going to come off if you jostle around too much. Reach up in with your fingers and you'll feel a little fibrous paper, and you can slide your cabin filter out. So you need to kind of bend it as it comes out. There's no structure to it. So this is the old cabin filter. This is the new one. This is an STP. You can buy whatever brand you want, a CAF 1876P. They have little books at the auto parts store that will tell you the correct part number. They're different for every different brand. I usually get Fram, but the only ones available at my local part shop was STP this week. Let's pull it out, make sure we have the right one. It is the same size, the same thickness, except we go out here in the light, you can see how filthy the old one on the left is compared to the new one. There's a night and day difference. This has been run just about 6 months, and you can see everything that's been collected in there that would normally have gone straight into your cabin. And this grayish colored stuff, that would have been dust that you would have breathed in, because it's very fine particulate dust. These filters have an airflow to them, so there's an arrow. I didn't pay particular attention to how that last filter came out. We'll need to figure out the airflow, but if you pull the old one out and look at the bottom of it or at the top of it, it will be marked with what the airflow is. So if you pull that out in correct orientation, you won't have to fiddle around with it like I have. So what I'm looking at here is this side is the servo, which has a little door in there that opens and closes. And I believe this is where the air comes from the outside and then blows into the cabin. So we want the airflow to be this way. So when you turn your heater on or have it blowing just like through the dash and at your feet, it comes out of here. So with the airflow corrected, you're going to need to bend it a little bit. Don't worry, it's not going to break. And shuffle it up in there. Grab your air filter door and put the latch on there and push till it clicks. Just like that. Now to reassemble the glove box, I'm going to kind of just rest it on the bottom part there. And I'm going to take that hinge stop there and have that help support. I'm going to take our little light plug. Don't forget to put this in, or it'll be dark when you're shuffling around looking for your license. Connect that back up, and we're going to slide this all right back in. And these are the 1, 2, 3, 4 clips. Goes into these 1, 2, 3, 4 holes, and then push till it clicks. So now for putting back in the screws, I start with the bottom and open the door and work my way to the top. So that's reassembly. Don't forget to put your registration back in there and all your insurance paperwork. Otherwise, Mr. Popo Man will not be very happy with you when he pulls you over. So thanks for watching. That's how you put a cabin air filter in a Kia Soul.